Thanks for stopping by and checking out the video. This is video number 3 of a 7-part series where we take you guys along with us from day 1 to the day of harvest of these chicks. We're starting week number 3 right now, so that's days 15 through 21. So come with us as we get these birds ready to go from the brooder out to the chicken tractor.
All right, everybody, it is day 15, the start of week number 3. And these guys are starting to get pretty big. Today was a pretty easy day, just adding more water to the waterers and topping off their feeders. And I also added a third feeder today. So yeah, pretty basic stuff. We won't be around tomorrow. I'm having someone else feed the birds for me while I'm gone, so I might have to combine day 16 and 17 together, unfortunately, but nothing really major is going to happen. Just going to have someone feed and water and shuffle stuff around. So week 3, you're going to start lowering your brooder temp 1 degree every day. So tonight before we leave, I'm going to drop it down a degree, make sure it stays on around 84-ish, 83, 84. The birds are getting hardened off fairly quickly, so 1 degree is not going to do a whole lot for them, but you just want to start bringing that temperature down before they get out on pasture, where it's going to be, 60s, high 60s at night and possibly 80s and 90s during the day. So just getting them prepped for that. You're also going to start feeding them 12 on, 12 off. So we're going to refer back to our feeding charts and figure out how much weight, how many pounds of feed they should be consuming in a day, and we're going to do 12 on and 12 off. 12 hours of feed on, 12 hours of feed off. So if they eat it all, they eat it all. If they don't, they don't. It's not a big deal at this point, but we're going to start getting them into that routine. So when they're out on pasture, that's what you're going to do. You're just going to feed them twice a day, a certain amount, and they're only going to get X amount every day. So yeah, I'm getting very and rambunctious. So yeah, that's a wrap for day 15, and we'll check back with you guys in another couple days.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to take a second to show you how we store these things for the winter. I don't have a shed or anything to put them under, so to help keep the wood from rotting, all we do is we just prop them up. If I can get that in there, we just prop them up on 4x4s and then keep the wheels on in the back. Nothing too special, but if you keep them off the ground, it will reduce the chance of them rotting or anything else going bad with them. Critters aren't digging under there trying to make burrows and stuff. I mean, you're gonna get the occasional field mouse or striped gopher in there, but yeah, we're gonna pull these guys out and get them in good condition so we can get the birds out this week. All right, we'll check back with you in a little bit. Okay, we'll just do a quick walk around of the tractors. A little winded. They're pretty big. I mean, they're 5 by 10, 50 square feet. So, and they're made out of wood, so not too bad. Wheels are probably flat on them, or the tires are probably flat, so a little harder to move, but pretty easy. Little system here. Got a latch to keep the doors shut. We use just regular chicken wire up top. Good old-fashioned Harbor Freight tarp. Cover them up, about 2/3 of it. 5-gallon bucket is our waterer. And what I've done is I plumbed it underneath to go to some PVC pipe and then run along the sidewalls of the tractor where I got nipples on the inside. I'll take you guys in there for a little look. Tires, a little crooked and flat. I got a fix for that. Whoops, small hole. Oh, yep, and on the side, you probably noticed that's the half inch welded wire mesh. That's to keep any raccoons and other little critters keeping their hands out of there. We'll flip it around and show you guys the other side. Okay, going inside. Oh yeah, it's already cooler in here. Here's the feeder system. It's turned up right now, but poultry nipples and their fittings. Watering system goes on the outside of that 2x4 and wraps around to the bucket. And the same thing on this side. And as you probably saw, I got a feeder trough hanging here. I got some screw-in hooks at the top to adjust the height. I just have it picked up like that in case any water got into it, it would drain out. But yeah, nothing fancy here. 4 foot, well, maybe that's a 5 footer. 5 foot trough. That'll last them their whole lifespan in here. But yeah, nothing too fancy. Anybody who's got some woodworking tools can do this. You probably noticed I got pocket screw holes in some spots. I just love that little Craig jig, so I use it whenever and wherever I can. You notice there's a little gap under there. You got to be careful when those chicks are small that they don't get out from under there. You might have to carry a stick or something to block that hole to prevent anything from getting in. So yeah, the tractors are a little bit shorter. I mean, I'm just over 6 foot with my shoes on. Got to crouch down a little bit, but I mean, you're only in there with the feed. And if you pre-measure your feed, you can get in there real quick and dump it. You spill some on the ground, oh well, they're chickens. They like scratching and looking for food anyways. Which leads me to another point. That's one of the benefits of having chickens in a chicken tractor out on pasture. So not only are they delicious, the sun helps make everything grow better, get some vitamin D. Your chickens are also eating fresh grass. They're getting some bugs, a little grit in their gizzards to help them digest. Just all around better, in my opinion. If you've ever seen a chicken barn where they mass raise these birds, very stinky, very compact, not a lot of sunlight, not a lot of daylight in there, and the chemicals they got to put in their water to keep those lines clean. I mean, if it eats a hole in your pants, I don't know if you want that going into your chicken, which eventually goes into you. So there's another reason why we like to raise our own meat. We also like to buy our own beef local if we can. If we know a farmer who's raising beef out on pasture, one of our neighbors raises pigs, so we just try to buy local. You don't have to worry too much about the price influx in the stores either that way, and you just know what you're getting. Now, we're not going full organic or anything like that. We just like to know where our stuff comes from. I mean, farmers are spraying pesticides and Roundup on our food as it is. We've grown to adapt to that as a human species, so I'm not too worried about the all organic thing. So anyway, that's my little rant. I'll zip it and get back to showing you guys some fun stuff. Catch you later. All right, it is day 17. Please don't lean on that, but we don't want it to break. Yeah, say hi. Lakin, can you say hi? Say hi to the camera up there. Day 17. So we just got back from our little vacation trip. We had Aunt Amanda help us feed the chicks yesterday. Oh, look how big they are. Huge. They all got quiet. So she helped us out feeding and watering. They're extremely active. They're jumping up on top of the waterers. They're flapping their wings around. Yep.
And they're climbing on top of my back and knees
Yep.
and legs.
Yep. Okay, bud, please don't lean on this because it's
And
bending
they
a
went
lot.
on my head.
Yeah, and they're pecking your boots right now.
And every time I take a step in, they just run through my boots.
Yeah, they like you.
And touch.
We haven't lost any more, which is a good thing. We have some rain tonight for day 17. We got rain all day tomorrow for day 18. So we're thinking maybe day 19, 20, 21. And they love Lakin too. So that's a wrap for day 17. We'll catch you guys later. Should I grab that? Try to grab that little one?
Yeah.
Okay. Squeaker.
Pika.
Yeah.
Look at his head.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa!
Whoa!
He likes to jump. All right, today is day 18, Lakin. Day 18, you know what that means? We're gonna put them outside in another day or two. They're gonna be outside in the chicken coops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then where are we gonna put this?
We're gonna take this down and put it away for next year. And the birdies will get to eat all the nice grass and clover and bugs outside, and then we'll give them more feed too. How's that sound?
Yeah.
All right. So day 18, pretty simple, like normal, just feeding and watering. We just gave them some fresh water. Me and Lakin did. She filled up the water jugs for us. Still on the medicated chick starter. I will, now that we're almost down, that's going to be 100 pounds they've gone through. We're almost empty with the chick starter. I'll start mixing in some of the meat grower stuff, so they'll get used to that.
A chicken did this, and then it stands back up.
Yeah.
Why do chickens only have 2 feet like we do?
That's just the way they are. As you can tell, the chicks are getting pretty big. Some of them are standing up on top of this. They're getting very close to jumping out. This has 24-inch high sidewalls. I would recommend not going any lower than that. I know some of them say 18 to 24 inches, and that was the guidelines that I was told. I wouldn't go less than 24, because once they get to this stage, they're about ready to jump out, and they can go from here to there pretty soon. So just be aware of that. So I try to keep that feeder's fine, or that water is fine. They can't jump on top of it, but this one I try to keep centered. Try to keep them covered. If there's anything you can put along the edges to kind of cover them. If I had a screen door, that would be great to go right across the top of this, but I don't. Yep, we're gonna fill that one up too, because they like that. The chicks are now tall enough they can just stand there and peck. It literally took 2 or 3 days for them to get tall enough.
Candy in there.
He used to, but I took it, and now, whoa! You see that one? Holy, they're feisty. Yeah, they're ready to get outside, aren't they? They're ready to go outside in their chicken tractors.
Yeah.
Yep, we just gotta.
Chickens, use the water in that, but Declan used to put candy in that when he was 3.
He was 3. Yep, that was his bucket for the candy when he went to the parades, right?
Yeah.
Can you reach that feeder? Can you reach it? No, not quite. Okay, I'll move it. It's almost. It might be okay. It's not directly under that water bucket, so it should be fine. But yep, as normal, just keep moving the feeders around. The waterers, I got them up on 2 bricks. I did that a few days ago. Seems to work pretty good. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Should we say goodbye to the king? Should we say goodbye? And we'll see you guys tomorrow. I mean, look at the size of that thing. All right, it is day 19. Some of these things are getting huge. You just watched me put down a fresh bed of shavings. I mixed in the meat grower with the chick starter and filled up all 3 trays. Topped them off with some brand new water and just opened the doors. It's pretty warm out today. Took out the heat lamp. They won't be needing that anymore as they'll be going out on pasture. I'm thinking tomorrow. Looks like a chance of rainstorms either tonight or midday tomorrow. So I think tomorrow after work, day 20, we'll put them out on the tractors. It's time for them to go out on pasture. Some of them are really filling in with feathers, tail feathers, all their white feathers in the back. See if I can't grab one of them. He's got some good, getting some good. I mean, he's just huge. Look at the size of that wing. Some little butt feathers. I'll let you go, bud. So, oh yeah, and you're just pecked me. So. Yep, it's definitely time to get them out on pasture. I know the family will be happy to have them out there and not taking up room in the garage now, so we can get everything organized again. So we'll catch back up with you guys on day 20. Yeah. They kind of hurt. Look at this one. There's poop outside. You know why there's poop outside here? No, Tika. Don't eat that. You know why there's poop out here? Because a bird was sitting up here when I got home from work. He jumped out. So that's definitely a sign that we need to get these guys outside in the chicken tractors. Hey there, it's day 20 with the chickens. And me and Declan, we're going to get these guys outside as soon as possible. I just have to move one tractor over into position. We're going to get rid of these waterers and feeders. And then we're going to have to carry them over probably 10 or 12 at a time. So stick with us as we get these guys outside. Okay, well, there you have it. Day 20, chicks are out on pasture. Ran into a couple little snags. Took me longer than I wanted to, but got the watering system working. My fault, I should have checked on every single watering nipple to make sure they were fine before today. So we repaired a couple, replaced a few of them, broke a couple fittings, cheap plastic fittings, so not the PVC ones, the ones where the hose goes into the PVC fitting, that one. Snapped a couple of those off, but luckily I had replacements, and now I'm going to order replacements for next year just in case we can't get them. Big spider. So that's it. They're happy. They're loving the clover. We got a lot of clover in this part of the yard. I'll be dragging them all the way around the house. Yeah, that's a wrap on day 20. right, we made it to day 21, the end of week number 3. And of course, I broke my mic, so hopefully these next few videos, you can hear me just fine. But yeah, everyone survived their first night outside. As you can see, they're doing good. They're hitting chicken nipples, topped off their feed, gave them some fresh water. Every year I clean out that bucket. It does get a little green in there from sitting outside, so just make sure you clean all of your stuff. If it's not clean, if you don't blow it out with a hose or air pressure, all your lines, you will get a little film buildup on those nipples and they won't be able to use all of them. I have 10 watering nipples per tractor, so that's 3 bird per nipple. I think, I have to double check my notes, but I think it's 2 to 4 per nipple is what they recommend. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this week, learned a couple things, and join us next week as we just drag these guys around the yard, feed and water them every day and watch them grow. Check you later.